I'm just shuffling to mix this stuff up, but apparently they already have someone to talk about. We have a basic don't give up message here, if anybody's curious what I'm looking at. I'm really just shuffling to mix up the cards. For anyone scrolling on by, hi, my name is Sage. I've been reading tarot for about 8 years now. Oh, that's a nice card. That flipped over. Happy card. I do these lives every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night as a way of making myself accessible to the public. In case anybody for lives, I offer readings at a discount. So $15 full session right here, live on TikTok. Otherwise, my private sessions are $60. So I think it's a pretty good deal. Just gotta sacrifice some privacy. We have a new moon coming up, I will say that. So for anyone who doesn't know or doesn't keep track of the moons, we have a new moon coming up on the 23rd. It's considered the black moon. Now, because it's a black moon, people give it this like big mysterious feel to it. But honestly, it's a new moon. Consider releasing any blockages, releasing any emotional stress, cutting ties with anything that's holding you back, whether it's like self-defeating behavior, self-deprecation, sabotaging yourself, trying to cut those old habits, but just the real general stuff. It's pretty standard. New moons are a cleanup shop. Focus on your goals. Try to kill old habits as best you can. I guess while I wait on people, I'm going to do a collective reading for my followers. What is a message that they need to hear about when it comes to the new moon that we're having this weekend? Okay. Y'all saw that, right? So let's get that last one. All right, so for the new moon, we are getting words of encouragement from the spirits. You're dealing with the same old BS, same old tiring situations, probably teeter-tottering between a decision or between people. There might be people in your life that you really enjoyed and you want to keep those connections, but they've done nothing but harm you or cost you your time, cost you your money. And if you want to move forward and be happy with your life, but also have good financial wealth, stability, things like that, you're going to have to make the choice, because without making the choice, you're hurting yourself. Some people, they're not worth the time. Some jobs are not even worth the time. And continuing with the same cycle, just being like, you know what, I'll just deal with it. It's fine. Let me just keep going. You're basically letting the wound fester. You're letting the wound kind of bleed you out some more when it's completely unnecessary to do so. The whole thing about new moons is about releasing tension, releasing old ties, getting rid of bad habits, pushing forward to a new you or to a better you. Yeah, y'all are in your head a lot. Y'all are in your head a lot and you're really stressed about things and you're like, but I put so much time in. I put so much time in. Why would I give this up? And it's like, some things, like, you can only keep going for so long. I'm getting like the idea of You know, when you're gardening and you have plants and you're watering them and you're like, well, I keep watering them. Like, they obviously like have water and stuff, but they're not doing well. You're killing the plant anyway, even if you're watering it. You need to take more charge. You need to be more decisive. You're not making very direct choices for yourself. You're letting other things tell you what to do instead of being more in charge of your life. You need to be like, nope, this is what we're going to do because I said so. Not, okay, well, XYZ is happening, or I couldn't do this because of somebody else, so let me try this. Take better control of your life. Make decisions for yourself. Don't let other things impact your goals. Don't let indirect events stop your momentum from being able to accomplish the things you want to accomplish. Because every time you put stuff off and you're like, well, I didn't do it today, but I can do it tomorrow. Tomorrow never happens because you keep saying that every day. That is the collective message for this upcoming new moon. Y'all need to stop being in your heads and thinking about doing things and just do them. Thinking about doing stuff and strategizing is not the same thing as getting things done. And waiting on other people or other events to align with the goals that you have or the tasks that you want to get done isn't what's going to get it done. The only person who can get stuff done for you is yourself. If you're waiting on everything else to be perfect, you're never going to do it. Or if you're waiting to feel comfortable, let's be honest, you're never going to feel comfortable. You got to just get in there. You got to get it done. You might hate it. It's probably like, but if you get a private session with me, anybody have any plans this weekend? I know some people have already started school. My nephews and niece have already started school, but other people start school next week. How are we feeling about that? My kids already hate that they're back in school. They're like, no, I want to quit. And I'm like, you cannot quit. This is good for you. Another thing I was working on, I have a wholesale space. It's a little shelf, but one day we'll do more. I was revamping my business cards to put on my shelf. So this is in Spanish and this is English, because I have a store that's allowing me a little space for like retail, and so a lot of my enchanted jewelry is in there. I want to get candles in there, but I might have to just do enchanting but utilizing oils for those candles with like scents, and then see how that goes, because my real candles that I make for people with the herbs and all the stuff in it, I don't think anyone's going to want to buy at that retail space, because it's not, the space that I have is not in a metaphysical shop, so I have to be pretty generic or careful with what I display. So right now it's just jewelry that's like obvious spiritual stuff, but like things that people are okay with. So regular stone bracelets that are enchanted to enhance the qualities of those stones. And then like evil eye protection bracelets are like transmuting the evil eye. So, but I think it's going pretty well. I've dropped inventory like a month ago. We've already sold, well, not even a month ago. It's only been 3 weeks. But I dropped inventory like 3 weeks ago, and I've already sold like most of it. So I need to ask them what they want back, because I already talked to the owner and was like, hey, I want to do candles, and they're going to be scented, so they're not like crazy, but I would like to bring them in by the holidays, like Halloween. It just makes the purchase a little bit bigger, wholesale-wise. Because we started small, just jewelry. But I want to get to doing, like, candles And my friend says I should do it. It was an idea that I had, but I want to start playing around with making statues and stuff again. I used to play a lot with clay or like do wood carving, and it's been a while. So I'll need to practice again, but I kind of want to get into making like deities or like angels or other figures, or making like mini statues of like people's familiars if they want. Like if they describe like how their familiar looks. I think that would be fun. I actually did a clay, it's not perfect like clay figurine because I did it really fast, and Model Magic's not the best, but I made a figurine of a friend's familiar, but I didn't do his whole body because the amount of clay that she portioned out for me and was like, yes, like this, I was like, his torso is huge and his head is big, and if I finish the rest of the clay figurine, he's not going to be able to stand, so I just left him as the torso and the head. But I think it'd be cool to get into sculpting and like wood carving like deity figures and stuff like that again.